Tyler James Robinson.
Cracking jokes with his pals just hours after he allegedly assassinated Charlie Kirk. "Where are you at?" a friend asked Robinson in a group chat on Discord, a social media platform for gamers. The friend thought Robinson looked just like the killer in those photos released by the FBI. "My doppelganger is trying to get me in trouble," Robinson replied, trying to deflect the suspicions with humor. "Tyler killed Charlie," another friend wrote. Then someone suggested they turn Robinson in for the $100,000 reward. "Only if I get a cut," Robinson joked. "Whatever you do, don't go to a McDonald's anytime soon," the friend advised 22-year-old Robinson. That was a reference to the arrest of Luigi Mangione, the accused killer of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Mangione was spotted at a McDonald's just 5 days after the shooting. There are several similarities between Robinson and Mangione. Both allegedly wrote messages on the bullets to complete their sick missions. Mangione wrote, "Deny, defend, and depose." Robinson wrote, "Hey fascist, catch," and lyrics from an anti-fascist song, "O Bella Ciao."
Conviction of this offense may carry the death penalty or pursuant to Utah Code 76.3-207.7, a mandatory term of imprisonment for life without parole or an indeterminate term of not less than 25 years, and that may be for life.
Welcome, parents, to another Daily Dose of Jeff. And parents, what do you say? What do you say? So the reason I'm doing these podcasts here is hopefully we can start to stop this nonsense. And parents, it starts with you. When Tyler Robinson and all of them, Ethan Crumbley, Mangione, everybody started from birth. It starts from birth. You have that child. That child is in your possession. And they are like sponges when they are little, especially at the younger ages. Parents, I need to get through to you. If you have a young child, if you have or expecting, you need to make big decisions. The first 5 to 10 years of that child's life, they are wide open to listening, to learning, emulating, imitating you. You. Now, you got choices to make, parents. You could be lazy. You can stick them in front of a TV. You can shove a device in their face. And you can let that device or the TV or the screen raise your child and instill the values, their values, into your child. Or you could do the hard thing, the right thing. It's going to take effort, time. You must take your mind off of yourself and your own desires, and just for the first 10 years, forget about your free time to yourself. You got to forget about your own free time. When you have that child is soaking in everything you teach it. And if you're not going to teach it, and if you're not going to become the central focus of that child's world, they're going to build a world somewhere else by something else. Whether it's another person, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, they're going to build a world. They're going to build some type of world. And you have to be ultra extra careful. All your actions from that 0 to 10 age is critical. That is so critical to the child's life. It's going to set the stage. Now, I don't want you to think that, oh, okay, we're Christians and we shove the Bible down the child's throat. You know, that actually can backfire, and I've seen it backfire. If you are overdoing something and you're going way out of scope, I've seen parents throw the Bible down a child's throat so much to the point that the child hates it, that the child rebels. And the second the child gets a little freedom, they're going to rebel. You're going to see that too. Don't think that you could just shove church shove a child to death and it's going to work out great. No, it's not. Not in every case. And I've seen firsthand that children rebel when something's done the wrong way. Now, don't get me wrong. I am a Christian and I advocate having the church and the Bible in your child's life, but doing it properly. Doing it in a way, and you're going to have to really figure this out. I can't give you the answers, but what I can tell you are the results. And I've seen many Christian parents just overdo it with the church and Bible down a child's throat to the point where the child absolutely rebels. So that's not beneficial either. So parents, we really need to put time and effort into your personal situation. I'm not saying don't leave God. Absolutely do not leave God, Jesus, and the Bible and church out of a child's life. No, absolutely not. But we need to do it in a tender, loving way, letting the child be themselves, yet have them in Sunday school, yet have them in youth group. These things are good if done properly and with care. But aside from that, if you're not a Christian and you have your own different religious beliefs, then you have decisions to make. How are you going to raise your child? How are you going to get them involved in social interaction? How are you going to prevent your child from being the next Tyler Robinson?
Tyler James Robinson.
Or Luigi Mangione, or your daughter being a Natalie Rupnow. So parents, from 0 to 10, critical, ultra critical. And every single day, you are going to set the example. I want you to make a change right now. If you feel this is you and that you may not have been doing your all, you may not exactly have been the ideal parent, I want you to make a change right now. It starts right here today. If you want to protect your child as best you can and help them avoid being the next Tyler Robinson, then you need to make a change. You need to get into that child's world. Look, Tyler Robinson, from what it appears, had good upbringing, good parents, your typical American Christian parents, but we don't know anything about when you peel the layers off, what's going on inside the home. We don't know how much time the parents spent with Tyler from 0 to 10. Were they the focus of his world? Did they give him all the love and the time and the biggest one, parents, the biggest attention? Attention. You could be that perfect Christian couple raising a child. You could read the Bible stories and all that. But aside from that, are you giving them the attention? Because I'm telling you, the moment they come into this world, they are going to demand 99% of your attention. When they're sleeping, you can do your own thing. But when they are awake, you must tell yourself, this child is getting all of my attention, as much as I can give it. That is really high on the list, parents. And for that to happen, you need to take your mind off of your own wants and desires. I know you want to watch a ball game. I know you want to watch a soap opera. I know you want to watch the news. Whatever it is, I know you want to work out. Now, you do that when they're asleep. When that baby or child is awake, you are their world. And if you don't do that, congratulations, you're going to push them right down the road of Tyler Robinson. Now, I'm not blaming his parents. I don't know them. What I'm trying to do is to use that as an example, how we can prevent it. Parents, if you just ignore this, it could be disastrous. Don't let nature just take its course. Don't do that. After dinner, I used to go up into my child's room. My kids, I remember all ages, that from 0 to 10 and beyond. I used to go up there, and I remember teaching them so many different things. I'm a computer guy, and I remember we had this big blackboard, and the kids were 2, 3, and 5, and they're watching everything I did, and they were imitating. I taught them subnetting at that young age. At the age of 4, my son had every capital memorized for each state. It took time. Just find things to do with them. Just sitting down and being in their world is everything. They want your attention. And when you don't give them the attention they need to satisfy them, a chemical reaction is going to take place inside of them deep down. So parents, I'm asking you today to stop and get your spouse, if you have to, or your significant other, and have a chat. Say, listen, we don't want the next Tyler Robinson. We don't want our son sitting in front of a judge, hearing the words, the death penalty is on the table. Yeah, there is a very good chance that Tyler Robinson had this all built up, stored negative, horrible energy inside of him. It could have gone back to his childhood. I don't know. What I do know is that we can try to stop it. Don't let that neglect build up. And this goes beyond driving your child to church on a Sunday or having a 10-minute football catch. No, that's nowhere near what a child requires. 99% of your free time from the ages of 0 to 10, just put it in your brain, they get 99% of your free time. When they're asleep, you can work out. When they're asleep, watch your soap opera. But not until they are napping or have gone to bed. When they are awake, you give them your attention. Are you tired and exhausted? Yes, absolutely. It is going to be extremely difficult. I'm not saying that. I was drained. I used to play with my kids in the bathtub. I remember being so drained. But I did it because I raised my nephew and I saw what it took. The amount of attention that they require is 99%. So when I had my 3 children, I gave them my everything, all my attention. So forget about your free time and your own desires. If you love that child, you want to do the right thing. You want to prevent a Tyler Robinson. Don't let that neglect build up. Natalie Rupnow even said it. Yeah, there was nobody around. All that builds up until it boils over and something bad really happens. We don't want that, parents. Please make a change today. If you'd like to discuss this, comment down below. I'll be glad to hear your comments and respond. Anything I can do. Parents, we need to do this together. Thanks for watching Daily Dose of Jeff.